The majority of U.S. veterans think America's wars in the Middle East weren't worth fighting. That's the finding of a new poll which asked about U.S. involvement in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria. U.S. veteran and anti-war activist William Griffin told us why he thinks those campaigns were unjust.
Well, when I joined the military, I believed that these wars were necessary, that they were just, but also I needed a job, I wanted benefits, I wanted to go to college, I needed health care. Those are the many reasons why I would argue, why most people joined the military. But I went to Iraq originally thinking that that was a necessary war, but by the end of the 15 months that I spent there in 2006 and 2007, I had many, many questions which my chain of command could not answer for me. I continued having questions going to Afghanistan, and when I separated from the military in 2010, I finally went to college and I had a lot of time off to study what these wars were really about. My conclusion was that these wars were unjust, illegal, immoral, should never have happened. And I also realized that I never served or provided a service to the American people or the people of Iraq or the people of Afghanistan. Who I did serve was the corporations, the weapons manufacturers, and the politicians that benefited their careers off of these wars and off of the lives of my fellow soldiers and the innocent civilians in Iraq and Afghanistan.
The survey published by the Pew Research Center shows that 64% of veterans think the war in Iraq wasn't worth it, and 58% say the same about Afghanistan. The report comes as the U.S. and the Taliban engage in talks to end that conflict, which has raged on for nearly 2 decades. The war in Iraq has claimed the lives of over 200,000 civilians and of 4,500 U.S. servicemen. In Afghanistan, over 30,000 civilians have died and almost 2,500 American soldiers. The so-called war on terror has so far cost the U.S. $5.9 trillion. William Griffin again says it's only brought chaos and misery.
These wars are illegal, unjust, and immoral, regardless of what poll ever comes out. And we know this by the end results of these wars. More civilians have died than enemy combatants. Veteran suicides are at an all-time high. And there's no schools or hospitals being built in these countries. More bombs are being dropped. And terrorism and extremist organizations have risen exponentially since 2001. So every goal that we had of going in to Iraq and Afghanistan has failed by every single measure.